All right, people. There's a new day. There's a new dawn. It's 26, and the truth train keeps on chewing.
Yeah, that's right.
Chewing.
That's right.
Of course, you're listening to your favorite podcast for the new year.
Your favorite truth provider.
Yes, yes. Check your coverage in your area.
New year, new truths.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sitting here with the truth minister himself, Dex Carrington. A happy New Year.
Self-proclaimed. Thank you.
Self-proclaimed, of course.
Of course.
I mean, it's a protective title,
Yeah.
but he has for some reason gotten hold of the title and is keeping it, even though the government is sending his lawyers cease and desist letters.
It's a title that has no credibility unless you give it to yourself.
That's 100%. That's true.
Yeah.
Like people, they should claim their titles.
They should.
You know, even though I talked to a lawyer actually last night, and she said, being what is it called? Like I don't know, whatever it's called, but but something being not a lawyer per se, but somebody who works with law, like a lawyer advisor, like that's actually not a protective title. Beside the point. Happy New Year. How's the New Year treating you?
I mean, it's okay. Better than last year.
Really? Already?
Yeah. 2 days in.
2 days in, it's already better.
It's already
than the 365 of the other ones.
Yeah. No mental patience so far.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's great.
That's great.
Can you imagine?
No.
I mean, it's hard to imagine.
I can't imagine.
You can't imagine. And also, I mean, this is kind of a big deal, but, there's a lot of people who think like being on the board of directors of a company is a big deal. Some people are mistaken. They mistakenly think being the CEO of maybe an oil company is a big deal.
Yeah.
Or maybe being the minister of the local church, right? Or being a DJ, right? But there's only one thing that has credibility in this world right now in 2026. That's being a quizmaster.
That is true.
And you're looking at the quizmaster responsible for the Seinfeld quiz on this tanker.
So, of course, we're in international waters. That's pretty much established.
It is.
But you are gonna have you're the master. I'm just a sidekick. In your life in many ways.
Right.
And you're gonna host a quiz, Seinfeld quiz, at a place called Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
And which country is that? Well, you just have to figure that out.
You do.
Okay, you have to follow Dex on his Instagram, Badass Dex, and he will tell you.
And here's the thing. I had so many criminals after me for so long, and I had to live at a secret address and all this stuff.
Of course.
And when you've got enough death threats, you're not too hip on posting too much on Instagram because it's exhausting to post something. I see a lot of these women, they post like, here's me at a party. And everyone's like, oh my God, you're the cutest ever. Like, that must be nice.
That's true.
But when I posted stuff, it was like, you're dead, you're going down, you know?
Yeah.
And that sucks. So anyway, I didn't post for a long time. But all my enemies are dead now.
That's true.
And which was another reason why 2026 is so great.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to post on my story this Seinfeld quiz.
Wow.
For people who are interested in pursuing their dreams of winning a Seinfeld quiz.
Which is the ultimate dream.
It is.
Maybe you can give us a lick of your upcoming quiz.
I thought you'd never ask. There's leftover Christmas cookies next to you, by the way.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So you're hosting the quiz. I have a great, by the way, I have a great idea for your quiz.
Okay.
The music in the room before the quiz starts has like a Seinfeldian tone to it. And when the quiz starts, that thing that they has before he does the stand-up?
Yeah.
Like that should be like an increasing, like that theme should be then increasingly getting louder and louder. And then of course, and then like, and maybe actually, you know what? It would be funny to like do a Seinfeld set. Like it would be like, I'm thinking big here now.
All right.
But let's say you pretend to create the Seinfeld stage on the beginning of the show. It's an empty stage, but you just hear the stand-up from Jerry.
Why can't I just do it? I know it all.
You could do it too.
What's the deal with the expiration date on milk?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not in the vicinity. It's not give or take. They just brand it right to the side of the carton. They're the shh.
I think that's a good idea. Opening.
What do you mean opening?
Opening credits.
Okay,
know.
look. Let's just see.
I have to do this because it's very vital.
Why? What's vital about it?
It's setting the tone.
For what? For the Seinfeld quiz?
Yes.
Well, this is why you have This is why you're the only guy with sidekick status.
Exactly.
No one else thinks this big.
So, like, this is what we're gonna do here, right? We're gonna.
People, you know how people talk about we should go out.
So this is the beginning of the quiz.
It's actually genius.
Come on, man. Come on. Why?
Do you know what this is all about? Do you know why we're here? To be out. This is out. And out is one of the single most enjoyable experiences of life. People, you know how people talk about we should go out? This is what they're talking about. This whole thing, we're all out now. No one is home. Not one person here is home. We're all out. There are people trying to find us. They don't know where we are. Did you read? I can't find him. Where did he go? He didn't tell me where he was going. He must have gone out.
Wow.
You want to go out. You get ready. You pick out the clothes, right? You take the shower, get all ready, get the cash, get your friends, the car, the spot, the reservation. Then you stand around. What do? You go, we got to be getting back. Once you're out, you want to get back. You want to go to sleep. You want to get up. You want to go out again tomorrow, right? Wherever you are in life, it's my feeling you've got to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official Seinfeld quiz.
Exactly, right? People need that stuff.
They do. That's great, actually.
They need the theme. They need the feel.
But here's what's funny. You've claimed many times that you enjoy the show. I love the show.
I think it's worse.
What do you mean?
I think it's much worse with you.
Why?
It's not that you love the show. You think you're in the show. That's how bad it is. You're in a permanent state of psychosis.
I'm autistic about the show.
A Seinfeldian psychosis.
That's what it is, yeah. It's true. So let's see if you can get some of these correct. This is just a couple of examples of my seemingly infinite supply of questions.
Okay, let's do 5 of them.
We're going to do 5. When George and Jerry go to the Nakahama Broadcast Corporation to pitch their sitcom, what gift does George present to the Japanese people?
I don't know.
An orange, which is rare in Japan.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's what he thinks.
Okay.
Anyway, what does Carl Fardman do for a living?
He's a bra salesman.
He makes furniture.
Right.
Okay? Now, what is the only character in the show ever referred to as Even Steven?
I don't know.
He says, I'm Even Steven.
Right.
It's Jerry.
Okay.
All right, 2 more. George tries to get an apartment where the board is very impressed with his suffering. However, they decide to give the apartment to an old man who was in a shipwreck. What was the name of the ship?
Right. I remember everything, but I don't remember the shipwreck.
The Andrea Doria.
Okay.
Now, Kramer knows about the shipwreck because he owns a book. What is the name of the book?
I don't know.
Astonishing Tales of the Sea.
Okay. Perfect. I mean, people will love it. And these are, how do you say? It's like these are not questions. Like, they're not difficult, but you have to be interested in the show to kind of even write those questions.
But like, are they too difficult?
I don't think so. But people who really know the show would appreciate that kind of level.
Yes, thank you.
You know what I mean?
The last quiz we were at, the answers were like George, Jerry, Elaine, Kramer.
Who
George.
said that? Who said that? Who
Yeah.
came in? Like, it's just like, yeah. These are more inquisitive.
And the craziest one was this. She asked at one point, like, is Elaine a vegetarian?
Exactly.
Right? And then somebody said no, because she says she eats fish. And she's like, well, never mind. Everyone gets a point then.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you kidding me? This is why we have Nuremberg trials.
Didn't she try to date you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I showed an interest, and then she found out about my politics and then disliked me severely.
Right. Let's not go in there then.
Why not? Listen, Okay, listen. Here, okay, one more question just to see where you're at.
Okay.
In the Puerto Rican Day Parade episode,
Right.
George, Jerry, and Kramer all end up in a very fancy apartment that is for sale.
Because they need to use the toilet.
That's correct. Now, they all have aliases in that apartment.
Yes.
What are their aliases for 3 points?
Well, it's Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay is correct for George, yes.
Yes. Jerry, I don't remember, but I remember I think Kramer is Van Nostrum.
Van Nostrand is his character when he is faking being a cancer doctor.
Right.
So that's a different one.
Okay.
That's when he works for Kruger Industrial Smoothing.
Yeah, all right. I don't remember.
Pennypacker.
Pennypacker. And Jerry is
Kel Varnson.
Kel Varnson.
It's great.
And what is the name of the factory that they're all who's watching over the factory?
Oh man, the factory. Who's watching the factory? What factory? The Saab factory.
Exactly.
And Jerry, of course, one of the questions is, which car does Jerry drive?
Well, he drives a Saab.
Which model?
9.3.
Saab 900.
900. Oh, it's before the yeah, right.
Before the
Yeah, it's the early 90s. You Saab 900 was, well, it was a 9000 and was a 900, but the 900 was the one that kind of caught on, and then a new one after that was 9.3, but I don't know if he drove that one.
right.
But that is beside the point.
Could be a dangerous question.
But anyway, so I'm looking forward to the quiz. I'm going to join you on the quiz, hopefully, if I'm not dead. And
I mean, you're gonna end up in a hospital in Thailand, but if they can ship you back somehow.
yeah, so let's just be honest here for a second. Yes, this is a New Year's episode and everything, but it's a recording, right? So there maybe in like the time before this airs, there's broken out a war somewhere, and we're just sitting here like, yeah, Seinfeld quiz, and there's nuclear weapons flying around.
And we're
Like, why are they so detached from reality?
Right.
Those two idiots.
that's a good point.
You know, because it's like we're not addressing anything that happens in the world.
Yeah.
Right. Much like the Seinfeld show, it's a time capsule that is not really. It doesn't have to be. It's not a '90s show because many of the problems still relates today.
That's true.
It's just a human thing.
Human show, yeah.
Human show.
Yeah, it's a very human show.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, but okay, so Christmas happened and that's over now. You tried to call me. Yeah, I have to talk to you about this one. So you called me or you texted me on Christmas Day. You fucking insane person.
Why is that wrong?
Why is that wrong? Hey, a woman texted me about something. What should I answer? And like, you fucking piece of it.
Why?
I mean, I it's just like,
This is human stuff.
no, it's really not. It's alien, actually, if you think about it.
No, it isn't.
Nobody messages anyone on Christmas Day about trivial fucking bullshit.
That's the day you message.
That's not the day.
Why not?
Hey, a woman sent me a picture. Whatever the fuck. I just like you. I just shouted at my phone. You fuck. I said.
Listen, it wasn't even a contemporary thing. It was a thing from many, many months ago. But the essence of it was something I've been wondering for a long time.
And you waited until Jesus' birthday to reveal whatever the fuck some idiot sent you something.
The timing had to be right. So,
Fucking.
so it's like you know a lot more about stuff like this. But but many, many months ago, a woman said to me, let's do something kind of thing. And I said, hey, great, let's do something. She goes, by the way, I like men who plan very elaborate, big things.
Right.
And that's a very difficult thing for me because on the one hand, it's the first time you're meeting somebody. You want it to be casual. You want to have an escape route, you know? You want it to be a walk so you can just run off, like veer left and disappear into the darkness, you know? You don't want to go on a helicopter ride to Paris. You know, the first date, you're stuck in a helicopter. You know, suddenly she goes, I'm a right-wing extremist. And you go, oh,
there's
no.
a lot of fuel stops on the way, actually.
But I'm just saying, right? So it's like she's like, I want a man who's like plans big things. But then on the other hand, like, it's not supposed to be big. It's a first meeting. I mean, let's keep it casual here. Can we calm down? Right. Anyway, I've been thinking about that for many, many months.
Right. And then you thought, well, he's not busy probably on Christmas Day.
Well, you have said many times that you're not too interested in Christmas. I thought you would appreciate something to think about.
Yeah, about your problems.
Well, me appealing to your wisdom.
Right. So anyway, I was sitting there and just like, but you also retracted some of the messages because you deleted some of them. So obviously something caught up with you.
They resolved themselves.
No, you just like, no, I'm a fucking idiot that can't bother a guy on Christmas Day about some fucking woman.
I think you enjoyed them a little.
No, it was just like this fucking guy. He never knows when to quit.
Really?
He's you know what? He's a social assassin.
You can't say stuff like that anymore because I'm employed now.
Right.
And I'm a quiz master, and you're my sidekick.
Right. I should be shutting up here. That's what I should. Yeah. Obviously, I'm wrong.
All kneel to the to the quiz master. Okay, look. Did I tell you about the great idea I had that has like revolutionized everything?
No. I was going to ask you about that
because
but I just wanted to resolve this.
Right. Okay.
But obviously, you want to change the subject.
No. Go ahead. Resolve it.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Can you answer the question though?
Yeah, I can answer, but that's a different. You just change the topic.
Okay.
I'm talking about when do a person talk about things? That's an interesting question, right? When is the right time to bring up something?
Okay.
Hey, by the way, I'm making a cake. Do you want some cake for your next birthday in 1 year? Listen, I'm at a funeral.
I thought
my family died in a fire, and you're like, yeah. But a cake. What do you want on the cake that I'm gonna make in a year's time?
Right.
Do you think that's a wrong timing? Do you think it's a wrong time to talk about a cake that you're gonna make?
A funeral might be wrong. Yeah.
A funeral might be wrong.
Funeral might be wrong.
That's the word here. Might.
Yeah.
Right. So Christmas. Do you think on Christmas Day? Not that I'm a big Christmas supporter or like I'm not a big like, hey Jesus and all that stuff. But do you think me taking time out of the Christmas Day or whatever, what happens that day, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But do you think it's right for me to now like, hey, listen. I can't help with the food and the things and the family, whatever this is, because I have a guy in Oslo.
Yeah.
Sorry to give up your location,
right,
but a guy on an oil tanker.
Yeah, next to Oslo.
Right. He came in for Christmas.
Yeah.
He's asking me about something that happened months ago, but he wants to answer about this right now.
At Christmas.
But it wasn't about a woman. Talking about planning, you told the first message was something about that she wanted to take a sauna on a first date. You fuck.
That was another thing. I just wanted to look.
She wants to take a sauna on the first date. What do you think? It's Christmas, you fuck.
No, listen. I wanted to go into 2026 with the knowledge I need, to dominate the marketplace.
Fucking.
These are things that have been hanging over me.
What happens in your head when you what happens or what doesn't happen?
I need to cleanse my head. I'm lying there and I'm thinking about what's wrong with all these people.
Yeah, what's wrong with these people? I mean, take up a mirror, please.
Okay, look, fine. Look. But the thing is, like, I already know that I got a lot of problems, but I'm working on those. But here's the thing.
Yes, obviously.
Here's the thing. Like, if somebody invites you to a sauna on a first date,
right,
then you should, like I said before, you should know that ahead of time so you can do anabolic steroids for 3 months.
100%.
You got to look great. I mean, you can't. Look, if you're going to look like me without a shirt on, they have to like me first.
Yeah.
They have to give me the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Right? Like. Let's say Albert Einstein. He can be chubby because he's Albert Einstein.
Sure.
Hey, he's sitting there in a sauna with his Nobel Prize kind of thing.
Right.
So things like, I don't even have a Nobel Prize. I need them to get to like, right. But they need to like me big time. So it's like, I can't do a sauna unless I'm roided up. So then my question to you was, oh my God, alarm. If someone asks about a sauna, how do you get out of it?
Well, I mean, if you have a lot of time on your hand, you take Ozempic until the day comes.
You don't have time.
Okay.
They just throw that sauna at you like it's nothing.
But don't you have like these skin suit, like these surfer T-shirts and stuff like
You
that?
can't do that in a sauna.
Yeah, but you tell her like I don't like the UV light.
No, you can't do that in a sauna. Trust me, you can't. There's no way out of it.
Just tell like it's too early for sauna. I think that's a grown response.
Right.
Like, listen, I asked a friend of mine on Christmas Day, and he told me, and she would say, "Don't ever contact me again." That would be the response.
Right. No, she would write, I really respect you asking your friends on Christmas Day.
Yeah. I asked a friend of mine about this planning on Christmas Day. I interrupted his family gathering.
Was it a good gathering?
It doesn't matter. But the point is, it's too early. It's too early for
It's too early for a sauna.
Yeah.
There aren't enough steroids for a sauna.
I don't like. You should like do the response that women sometimes use. Like that's something I would do with a boyfriend, or like that's something too intimate.
Right.
That's an intimate thing. I think we should start with a coffee first.
Right.
Like that's a grown-up response. Right.
See, look, but you have the answers. What's wrong with saying this stuff on Christmas? It would be like a gift. You know?
I was too mad watching my phone. Like, bzz, bzz, bzz. What do you think about saunas on a first date? What should I tell her? What's wrong with these people? It's like.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Okay, what about the second one then? What's the answer to that one?
What was the other one?
The other one is you just want to get to know someone. I mean, ideally, it's just like, hey, let's take a 50-minute walk or grab a coffee for 20 minutes and just see if we like each other, right? But then there's like, I want someone who plans something serious, Yeah,
but then you should tell her, like, listen, I don't know you. You seem like a great person, swell gal,
right?
But wouldn't you? And then you ask the question. You answer her question by answering and asking a question. You say, "But don't you think that it's a little bit too early to have like an insane plan, like a big scheme going on, and we don't really know each other? Don't you think like a careful coffee would be the right approach here?"
A big scheme.
Like
it's like a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a hedge fund together.
Exactly, right? It's insane to like. I want a guy who plans like a big thing, and I just step into a box and everything moves around me.
Like fireworks are exploding.
Yeah. But I would do that. But I would do that for a person that I'm dating seriously.
Right.
But maybe us not knowing each other, except as a picture on an app, it's enough to qualify for a big arrangement,
right?
So or what do you think? Like that's the question. Like, what do you think? And then reality, catches up with her, and then she says, like, oh yeah, okay, maybe you're right.
Because a lot of women have said, I get really uncomfortable at like a fancy dinner date the first time, sitting there staring at a person, But there's just something about like, I demand a trip to France on a first date. And it's just like, yeah, that's great and all, but like, isn't that a bit intense for everybody involved?
That sounds like a second date, I would say.
That's right. It's more of a second date kind of thing.
Yeah. No, so that's what I would say. I would say, like, I don't know you. I don't love you. I have no feelings for you.
Right.
I don't care about you. If you die, I would never show up in your funeral at this moment.
Right.
I think if I were to fly you around in saunas, like a flying sauna somewhere, I think it would be necessary for me to have developed some feelings for you first.
Right.
And I'm not. I can have a coffee and a bagel with you.
But do you think it is a red flag if someone is demanding fireworks?
I would say it's I would say it's as insane as asking somebody on Christmas Eve about what should I answer this woman.
So in many ways, we were made for each other.
I think you should marry this woman.
So true.
So yeah, no.
So this is great advice. I can't believe you couldn't just give this to me at Christmas.
But why don't you just read the message? Just like, yeah, but this is what happens in my head that does not happen in yours. That's actually a question I have. Like if I read a message where a woman said, "I want to be carried around and have elephants in a circus on my first date," it's just like, yeah, that's great, but I think that's an insane thing to demand. There's nothing here. You have no leverage. Maybe she's pretty. That's the only leverage you have. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. If she's pretty, and she's obviously then... And also making demands, by the way, is a power move.
Right.
It's a power move.
Okay.
Because then people, she's obviously... Like, she's a high-value target because she's demanding, okay, I should accommodate this, right? And she just finds an idiot who wants to give her that. But she hasn't proven anything other than just being difficult.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, I think fuck you, number one, and then maybe a coffee. And that's just a maybe. And I'm talking espresso here. Not a double, single. Short cup, one zip. I don't think so. And then you leave.
Wow. Do you leave a lot?
I left.
You've left? How long into it? 2 minutes?
Yeah, one coffee. Yeah, that's great. I have to go back to the Swedish factory.
Oh, by the way, there's another question from the quiz just related to what you just said. George is sitting at the Yankee organization eating too much shrimp when Watkins proceeds to say, "Hey, George, the ocean called. They're running out of shrimp."
Yeah.
George doesn't have a comeback, but later on, what does he wish he had said?
Well, the idiot store called. The idiot store.
You mean the jerk store?
Jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
That's so good. That's brilliant.
And then he says it. And then the other guy says, well,
you're their number one bestseller.
Yeah, exactly.
And what does Kramer tell him to say that he says at the end?
I fucked your... No.
Well, I had sex with your wife.
Yeah.
And then what does the boss say to George?
His wife passed away.
His wife is in a coma. You see what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm in charge of this quiz.
I mean, I'm happy too.
Okay, good.
I'm happy you're only in charge of that. That's the only thing I've seen you do that I'm actually like, I'm almost to tears, so proud.
Okay.
Your family should see you now.
Yeah, right.
Like, look at him. Look at our boy. He has failed in everything. He's destroyed relationships. He's destroyed much of the humankind, actually, if you think about it.
Right.
Spirits, the future and hope and everything. But look at him now with his quiz.
Listen, you're saying that now, but you haven't heard my great idea yet.
Okay, so now we've established that on Christmas Day, dating advice, maybe that is not the right day. Do you concede?
I mean, I can respect the fact that you don't think it's the right day. But I would think it was hilarious if people asked me things.
Yes,
Yes. Like, what's the spiciest bag of Doritos you can get in Chicago? I'd be like, whoa, cool, let's figure that out together. It's Christmas,
Yeah, exactly.
It would be a Christmas mission.
Why aren't you answering? Doritos, come on, let's go here. I'm with my family. Yeah. But which one? The chili one or the other one?
Let me ask you this. Would you ever do sauna in a dating setting without steroids?
Of course not.
Right. So you're telling me it is a steroid kind of affair.
First of all, I would never do steroids. That's number one.
Me neither.
Okay. So we've established. We don't have to,
we
beat
can't
that horse to death.
So we can't do sauna.
So the sauna's out.
It is.
You could do, if you were like 20 back in the days, running around, you had some money in your pocket and shit going on.
And
everybody can go in there, like, unless you're like a chubby 20-year-old. But, everybody's like kind of slim when they're 20.
Yeah.
And then, everything goes to shit after like 35. It's just like, and it's not about like the metabolism or anything like that. You just like get lazy and, you prefer the couch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, what is the big thing that you've been working on or thinking about or whatever the fuck it is?
I don't like to brag, but I think a lot. Okay. And I'm very solution oriented.
Right.
Now, you have to promise me when I tell you this that you keep an open mind.
Okay.
I don't want you to start saying stuff like, "What are you fucking crazy?"
I would never say that.
You're insane. You know, you
I
need
would
to be
never
locked
say
up.
that.
You can't say stuff like that.
I can't say it.
Because this is cutting edge thinking.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, once, many episodes ago, I mentioned a woman who posted a picture of herself on a beach in a bikini, and underneath it said, "My spirit animal is who I am when I'm on vacation."
Right.
Now, the amount of sleepless nights I've had over that post, I mean, it's ruining my life, right? Now, granted, that's not great for me,
Right.
right? Like, that's not a constructive way to handle things you don't like, to ruminate yourself into poor health,
Right.
right? So basically, I've almost thought myself into a chronic depression, sleep, fatigue kind of terribleness because I hate this aspect of humanity so much.
Right.
The thing is, like, insecurity, everyone's insecure, but it's how it manifests itself and the overcompensation mechanisms that people have.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, you said you'd keep an open mind.
Yeah, but it's closing.
Okay. I'm going to speed it up here. So the element is this. I don't hate people.
Right.
I hate this part of humanity.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, so I thought, I was walking at the Oslo fashion outlet, now that we know what my tanker is close to. And there was this valley of Christmas lights.
Okay.
And I thought, wow, everyone I've ever seen who posts stuff, they take a picture of themselves inside this little tube of lights.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, if we had a government that sort of like executed people on the spot who took pictures in there, then people would stop doing it. So I got into this whole thinking pattern of what kind of deterrence could we have for people to post? Because, you know, it's no joke that since 2013, the amount of, you know, mental health issues have just skyrocketed, especially among young teens. So here's my great idea. I had the idea that you create a torture basement in Tehran, okay? And then you recruit the best torturers in all the Middle East. Now, first of all, that's its own game show. Like, America's got talent, but the Middle East has got pain, you know? So people go on stage, they show off their tools, they pull some teeth, people applaud, they're very impressed, people make it to a finale, and we get the 3-4 best torturers that all the Middle East has to offer.
Right.
Anyway, now they're in a basement in Tehran. And then I thought, now bear with me here. Then I thought, you take an influencer and you put them in a chair down there, you tie them to a chair, and there's a guy with a car battery, just the sparks, and he's going, "Why do you think I'm here? Do you think I want to be here? I have a family. I have another job. I don't want to be here torturing you. Why do you think I'm here?" She said, "What do you mean?" It's like, they hold the post, right? Like, my spirit animal is who I am when I'm on vacation. They hold it to her face. They go, "Why did you post this?" "I'm helping others." Pump the Wagner. And they pump the Wagner 7 hours straight and leave the room. They come back, turn off the Wagner. "I'm going to ask you again. Why did you post this?"
Yeah.
Now,
the Wagner means that it's like classical music in the background while she's getting tortured.
no, she's not. The torture so far is just the loud Wagner,
Right.
but it's unrelenting. So anyway, Then they come back, they show her the picture again, and the guy's like, you know, he starts the torture, and he's like, "Why do you think I'm doing this? Like, why could you maybe be the problem here? Could you maybe be the problem?" But I thought, you know what, she's never going to get it, right? So what you'd have to do is you'd have to prove to this influencer that they have hurt people, because they'd be like, "What do you mean? I'm helping others." So then you'd have to have a situation where the torture guy would say, "Okay, so you're not willing to admit that your posting is causing pain." "No, I'm helping others. I'm inspiring people. Bring in the cadavers." And then they bring in people who have unalived themselves watching her posts. And then I thought, wait a minute, this is getting too crazy, until this dawned on me.
Right.
If I was in charge, my government would create a situation where everyone who unalived themselves, we find the last post they looked at, we track down that influencer, we put them in this basement, and they literally have to just sit with the bodies of the people who have unalived themselves due to their content.
Right.
And then you have a show where you break people psychologically, and they have to admit that they're causing pain on a beach in Bali in a bikini, saying, "My spirit animal is who I am when I'm on vacation."
I think we need to have a psychologist in this show, like just to listen to you and then ask you questions, because I've been trying to like reach or like meet you somewhere here, like how find common ground to make you see that for me to listen to your content is torture. That is torture.
No.
It is
No.
torture. Because we've done like 40 something episodes now. And every episode you talk about that people who do something should be punished. And that will improve the world somehow.
Listen.
You have this constant theme, and that's why I would need to have a psychologist just sitting here like because I don't know first of all, what happened to you? That's number one. But what is your like the bitterness towards humanity of these happy people? You don't like that there are happy people because yourself are not happy. That's the problem. And you want them to come down to your level because then they would understand how your life is. And that's the thing. You want to have a leveled playing field, but your level is pain and suffering and hatred and killing and stabbings in the street, and then the Wagner music pumping through the government speakers surrounding the city. That's the dream.
None of those are true except the last one. The last one is perfect. The government speakers pumping through the city. That's my kind of city.
What is it with you, man, that makes you want everybody to suffer when they try to do something nice, like here's a kitten and be inspirational and quotes on the Instagram or whatever the fuck. Why does it bother you so much?
Okay, I'll tell you. First of all, you're wrong about the bitterness, all right?
Okay, there's no bitterness. What bothers you?
Okay.
What makes you feel that these people need to be tortured in Iran on TV?
No, they don't need to be tortured. They just need the threat of torture and seeing the people they have motivated to unalive themselves.
Right, that's completely different, yes.
It's a completely different story. So anyway, imagine this. Imagine you're 17 years old, and then you see two people get divorced who are 45 and 47 with 5 kids.
Right.
And then a 17-year-old might look at the situation and go, I would never get divorced. I would do it this way and that way.
Right.
I have a lot of great ideas.
Right.
Now, when that 17-year-old goes through their own divorce, right, they're lying in the fetal position in an ice-cold shower in a motel, crying continuously. And that is what wakes them up to reality. And I just want people in Bali to wake up to reality. Why can't I be the facilitator of reality? Now, that's a superhero name. The facilitator of reality. What's your superpower? Waking people up to reality. The facilitator of reality comes to the battery sold separately, torture dome included.
But when does it dawn on you that you are insane? You are insane. Just look at you.
I'm not.
Look at you. You're actually like, yeah, that's a great idea. You're believing yourself.
Look. Nobody has to get tortured. It's just that when you end up in a torture basement with 3 guys there who have won, best torturer in the Middle East.
Right.
They're fresh off the reality show. They're fresh off the tour, okay, of the winner circuit. And they're standing there and they're sparking a car battery and they're going, why do you think you're here? Why do you think you're sitting in that chair? Right? Mm-hmm. And then this person's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to help people. But why would I be here with a car battery if you weren't the problem somehow? Yeah. Do you think people randomly end up in Tehran in a basement for no reason? You don't think I have better things to do?
I don't know, man. I think you need to...
Okay, turn on the music again. Turn on the music again.
Did you hear the music?
Of course.
You did?
Turn it on again.
Okay, give me a second here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So what's the deal with torture? I mean, I don't get it. Okay, hold on. Can I do one of his classics?
No.
Okay.
So anyway, you are obviously
Deranged?
deranged. You're a deranged human being.
But explain to me like I'm a child.
And I've met.
Why I'm deranged.
I'm always talking to you like a child. I tried to grown-up talk. I've told you, listen, you're insane. Take medicine, whatever it is.
But these are creative
You
ideas.
need Jesus or something. I think you need some religion, Scientology. Try them all.
Look, you hear a lot about porn stars who find Jesus.
Yeah.
But you don't hear about influencers in Bali who find Jesus. Why is that? Right? Because there aren't enough consequences of that lifestyle, so I need to create it for them.
But why do you follow those people anyway? How do you know that these people exist? Because I don't see these people. I don't see people in Bali who puts out like whatever the thing is on Instagram. And I certainly don't talk to women who's like, I want to be flown around and have monkeys serving me food. It's just like, yeah, I don't think that's a first date. Like, why do you engage in conversation with these people?
I want to be flown around and have monkeys serving me food.
I would say, yeah, no thanks.
Right.
I would say I have a friend of mine you can talk to.
Right.
He wants to torture people in Iran and put it on TV.
On a reality show.
Iran got pain. And he's on a panel with other people like, okay, show us your pain.
Iran's got pain.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is my it's a good idea. It's interesting.
Anyway, I
would just like to say, look, I would like to hear one person's, like, a lot of people, what's very popular these days is everyone saying, like, I was actually depressed for many years. I had anxiety for many years. People go, oh my God, you're so brave.
Right.
I was divorced and then I did this terrible thing. Even people are like, oh my God, I cheated on my husband. I'm a monster. Oh, you're so brave for saying it. Oh my God, you're saying it out loud.
Right.
You need to talk about your problems, right? Yeah. Now, why is nobody saying, I used to post a lot, but then I realized I was a fucking idiot, and then I stopped? Why does that never happen? Where are those testimonials? Where are those stories?
But exactly. But isn't the point that you shouldn't post about that you did a lot of posts? Isn't the opposite just abstaining?
I guess, but I mean, wouldn't you at least wouldn't you at least join a couple of podcasts and talk about how you post too much?
I think stepping away from society is the solution.
You just stop posting. That would be the solution.
That's the solution.
But that's the thing. Like, I remember when I was doing the 12 steps, right, of Narcotics Anonymous, one thing that came up is this, like, I want people to apologize when they wronged me. It's so insane.
It is.
It's so insane.
It really is.
It really is.
I'm sitting here with a mental patient.
I don't think
you know
so.
that.
Listen.
You know that. I'm the victim. You should be apologizing to me.
Listen. I am a quizmaster.
You should say, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry that you have to listen to me," and I would then say, "You know what? Thank you for at least acknowledging the pain and suffering that I'm. This is worse than Iran in many ways.
It isn't.
Tehran, Iran, whatever it is.
All I know is this. If I was hanging out in my apartment, okay, watching a Seinfeld episode, they kicked down the door, put a bag over my head, threw me in a military plane, and I woke up tied to a chair in a basement in Tehran, I would think, maybe it's me.
Right.
Maybe I've done something. You see what I'm saying? That's all. Just a little bit of introspection,
But when do you ever do that, though?
I think I do it quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it seems to me that your hatred is never towards yourself. It's always against people who are on a beach somewhere, who are like, I have flowers. And you're like, you fuck! You fuck! And it's just like, she's just walking with a tan and has like a little dog on her side.
You know what I think about often is how much I hate energy drinks. And then you're like, what do you have against energy drinks? It's just a sugary drink.
It's a sugary, tasty beverage.
It's just a sugary, tasty beverage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but anyway, like
in conclusion.
Yeah, but in conclusion, like, when people are scrounging around.
Yes, I think we get it.
No, but listen.
But I think I've heard this before.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay.
When you're scrounging around in the mud trying to find testosterone ampoules to make yourself the alpha in a dystopian
Hellscape.
nuclear fallout hellscape in the zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
That's when good things happen.
That I would agree with.
So we're on the same page, actually.
We're completely,
We're in the same ward. We're in the same ward of the local mental institution.
Yeah, we're bunk beds.
Right.
Bunk buddies.
Man, that's great stuff.
And this is non-related to this conversation, but we're going to have 1 week off because of my Thailand break.
Right.
Because I need to go down there and post something. And then make you hate humanity even more.
I only go to Thailand for rehab, like a real man.
That is true and very funny. But here's the thing. I will go to Thailand. I have friends down there. I will be doing kite surfing. Mm-hmm. I will maybe I'll even try some climbing, actually. Right. Maybe I'll try some climbing. And I have good friends down there. There's some people that I know who are staying at fancy hotels. I'm going to stay at one myself. Be honest,
and you're going to post episodes from there.
Well, yeah, of course, but I'm going to have 1 week off, so or maybe not. Maybe we'll have a phone call or whatever.
Right.
You never know. But I wouldn't mind having a week.
I knew you wanted to hear more ideas.
Yeah.
But here's the actual question then. On Christmas Day.
Yeah.
What are appropriate questions to ask?
None.
What do you mean none?
None. Stay with your family and torture them, not me.
No.
I took a plane away from you, and you're like, yeah, I got his number. I'll torture him on, even like Jesus. Even that with.
Yeah, but isn't it weird to say like I demand great things?
But why do you need me to respond to it?
Because you are like. You're very normal.
Really?
You're out there among the normal
people.
I
am losing it slightly. One episode at a time.
Slowly deteriorating.
I mean, I'm going to end up in one of those fucking chambers of yours. I'm running towards a pod. When we hit like 50 episodes, I'll be booking, not to Thailand, but Switzerland.
Right.
The Pod Express.
For immunity. In the trial.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, any final last words?
Well, I mean, I think it's very sad that we have to take a break for your kite surfing, but I guess
what are you going to be doing? Arguing with women online? That's your surfing, I guess.
No, it isn't. Look, I'm off the apps now. That's over. I'm going into a new phase where I'm just a quiz master.
Right.
And then people will come to me with their entertainment needs, and I listen. Let's just end with one last question.
Right.
And then we'll see to what extent can you dominate this landscape.
Let me give you some. What is it? What would you call that? Like Seinfeld, like that beginning, like that.
I would call it the Seinfeld riff, I guess.
Seinfeld riff.
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 Astonishing Tales of the Sea.
Riff.
Okay.
Give me a second here, please.
Okay, good.
I have to. We have to have the appropriate setting here.
Yeah, and this is a great question. And actually, yeah, I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Yeah, we need to jump over the ad here. Okay, you're on.
Okay. George lies to Susan's parents about having a place in the Hamptons. As he's driving up to his fictional place, how many solariums does he say he has there?
I don't know. 2.
2 solariums.
Right.
Next question.
You said 1.
Huh?
Didn't you say 1? Okay, anyway,
No, he has 2 solariums.
Okay, right.
Okay.
But you said 1 question before we leave.
Okay, no, 3.
Okay.
Before going to a party, George is upset that he has to bring wine and makes the statement, I don't even drink wine. I drink blank. What does he drink?
I don't know.
Pepsi.
Right.
Man, you need so much. You need this kite surfing to get you in shape for this quiz.
Like I need to be around people who know their Seinfeld. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll.
But also, listen to an earlier episode if you feel your sanity going completely out of control.
Yeah, if you're losing it more than usual.
Listen to episode 36 if you're losing it. That's a good one to anchor you into reality.
Yeah, that's the one.
36 is a good anchoring episode. No.
Lord have mercy, people.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
Okay, people. I'll see you. I'll see you on the next one. All right.